Bond art.
Okay, so finally drawing bicycle. So it was tutorials about how to draw motorcycles with rider, and now how to and was also like how to draw scooter with people, rider, passenger, and now about how to draw bicycle with people. So there is certain difference between motorcycle, scooter, and bicycle, and I find drawing bicycle with people is more complicated because there is many positions for legs, because there's pedals in a different position. So it's a little different approach from drawing motorcycle or scooter. So first again need to recap about main elements. So it will be like components, and then you put these components together when you draw your illustration or whatever you want to have bicycle. So elements, let's say first element will be frame. So frame is like a diamond shape. It's a basic, most common construction. So we have this like for pedals, this axle here, then this pipe going for seat, and this like rear fork for a rear wheel, right? So we have this triangle, and then here often we'll have this pipe, and then here we have stuff for handlebar and a front fork. So you can just quickly build it as a diamond shape. So then to this shape you can add wheels. Let's say rear wheel, your front wheel, then this pedals. Here can be derailleur. Seat can be like different height, and handlebar. So sometimes they can be just straight, or it can be like this. Also is brakes, brake levers. So remember this diamond frame shape, because you can avoid draw this, you can change it for this, it's optional, but shape is pretty universal, this diamond form. So then talking about handlebars, I also show how to draw them in 3D in the first tutorial about bicycles. But here let's say just like three main types. Three types. One is just like, so all of them, they will have this kind of thing, came from here with the clamp, right? So inside this clamp will be handlebar. So like easiest one is just straight pipe. Oop. Can draw your screen. And then other one will be like this. So it's like, again, we have this sink, then you have this straight pipe, but here you draw like two squares and make a curve here. So then here you make it round and then make it volumetric. And the other one, it's like this. So three most common types. Then talking about important, it's this like pedals. So here. And with the pedals, you know, it's like there are more. They have like this 4 positions, which most convenient, like shape-wise. You know, when you draw like bicycle with this dude, it's like most convenient to draw in these 4 positions, because you can find like in between more easily when you can draw these 4. So one position is like when it's like in a vertical and a 45 degree and then in a horizontal. I also recommend here to notice like draw pedals first as a points, because then you will see on riders they don't place legs feet like this. They actually place feet with the angle like this. So you can look, you will notice. Also here I show so this axle for pedals, if you make vertical line up, seat will be about here. So we have this pipe here, right, like this in the frame. Just keep in mind, so here we have these pedals, then this axle and their seat. So for position of pedals, and also notice how it, like what kind of gesture we will have. So with this one leg, like a thigh, will be parallel to ground, and other leg will be almost straight, so you can make even more blunt angle. So it's also kind of easy to memorize. So basically, actually, for pose, for gesture, we just need 3, because you can see for vertical, then for horizontal. So both legs, they kind of similar here. We have conversion here, we have conversion here, and there is fits. Then this one here is like almost horizontal, kind of intermediate, right? And this one also like intermediate between bent and almost straight. So, you know, it might be looks too many details, hello Anderson, but if you might draw from time to time bicycle, like me, I've been drawing a lot like on the streets, you know, you go to sketch some travel sketch or whatever illustration you might have, you always might need to draw some bicycles, right? So I recommend to draw the stuff a couple times, so it just became like your new like grammar, some more literacy for you. So just kind of memorize this 3 gesture, 3 type of leg position. So, and then for pedals, what is also important is this 3D aspect of it, is like how to draw this block in perspective. So it's like we draw box, so just like practice to draw it separately. Just make sure you can draw it properly. It doesn't mean you will need to build it every time like this, but you really need to be able to draw this. So here is in the center we have this axle, then here 4 points, it's kind of this rotation, and here this rotation. Look. So now I can draw like this, and like you see, this box sides, they give us this like z-axis, right? So now I can use this direction to know where is the axle for pedals, kind of here, like this. So then, like I say, usually feet will be in different angle, not parallel to this. Usually will be like little like this. Let's say. So feet like this, and I can draw also pedal kind of. Parallel here. Same if like feet here, and then pedal be here. So then with this structure you can find any angle you can have like this control, because like, yeah, this one is very easy. We can see this line, right? So let's say you can easily find this or any other angle. Let's say I want this angle, so here and here, and same follows this direction of Z, and draw this kind of axle here. So let's say then, talking about driver, let's say, yeah, so here just couple nuances, couple interesting moments. One moment I already show, it's 3 position of leg. Other moment it's this kind of relationship of handlebar and shoulders. So let's say if I draw this diamond, so here's kind of this bicycle, make it in 3D. So what we have? We have this handlebar. Here we have seat. So his hands on a handlebar, then arms go like this. So shoulders will be parallel to handlebar in general, right? So, and then we will have this back like this going here, and then will be legs, right? So let's say one leg here. So we look from side, it's like this hands, line of seat and line of shoulders. It's like we have 3 parallel lines. So it's like you can draw this kind of triangles. Let's see. Maybe also show. Let me show you. So you see hands, shoulders, and here let's say pelvis. To simplify, we can just say like, okay, where is bottom of pelvis, where is this line, and where is this line, and this kind of making this triangle. So depend on height of a seat, of a saddle, depend on the height of a handlebar. We will have different kind of triangle. So here you see shoulders, this handlebar. So why is this? Why need to notice this? Because this helps you to rotate in perspective. So like you see now, we have ratio, right? We have A, B, and C. We have this 1, 2, 3 sides. So if like I look from side, we can say, oh, it's this kind of triangle, like A, B, C. So then I can draw this triangle from different angles. So I will do also video like how we can take, for example, this reference, can rotate, draw from different angle. So to be able to draw it from different angle, you need to see it as a simple 3D shapes. So like this, like a box, triangles, and we need to have these simple ratios. So then this is like major form, which is like very common. It's like always present, right? You just notice this what happened between this. So this line is kind of point of contact with the saddle. So it's like on a saddle line, right? This handlebar line and a shoulder line. So this triangle need to remember. And then you go, next step is more different. It's like have, like I showed before, like a three different position, like one like this, like we see here, something like I showed before. It's one leg going down. Hello, Derek. And this one almost parallel to triangle. Again, like when you have this clear geometry, you will able to draw it in perspective. So like if I have this triangle and I say, oh, one leg, just little angle compared to this triangle. So one leg goes like this, and other leg goes like this. And also what here we notice, this line, let's see this three line, like from this line, it's kind of like we can make line down, right? And we will have this point. So again, now as we have box, right? So we have triangle with a box. Instead of drawing whole figure and rotating in perspective, you just rotate in this simple structure, this simple geometry. So now you can draw him from this angle or from any other angle, and in any kind of perspective. You can put it in a fish eye, in super foreshortening, because you have all points. So you have here his arms, head, his torso. So here his right leg, and here is his left leg. Так. So this I don't know how to call this form, like triangle stuff. Okay. .3D triangle. So then, like I say, we look on these positions, right? And you can say like, okay, it's also help us to draw in 3D, like I show you already. This position, we have pedals on a line. It's on one line, right? So this one line can become like a square, right? So you can do like this, or little different square. So and then we have this triangle above. And again, notice all these times, like every time when I show you like how we make this simple form, it doesn't mean you should like follow it 100%. This simple form just give you frame to rotate in perspective, but then you can like alter a little from this frame. So let's say here I have this handlebar, and if I want like here, like his back little more till lean backwards, right? I can little go backwards from it. Point is that we need a simple form, we need box or this kind of thing, because it provides us with a perspective grid, right? So now we have this Z, Y, and X. This is what we need first of all, and have like little proportions with this like mapping kind of, right? It gives us like some better idea of a relationship, of a ratio here. So here I make his arms, and then again, like if I look this one, I see like, so about I can find like what is angle for seat. Then I say like, okay, somewhere here will be this axle for pedals, then left pedal parallel to this X and the right parallel to this X, because we draw this position. Then I draw axle for left and right, and then I can put his, okay, here even it's like this. You see? So, and same stuff I can draw from different angle. So again, like I show you deliberately like how not precise you can be, and it still will work. It will make this function. So again, I will little lean backwards here, almost straight. So then we have this. Then here I find where is axle, and I follow, you see this, my X, right now it's a Z. So here pedal going back, this right pedal going in the front, then axle, and then drawing feet. Kind of this. So I was like long time thinking about how to like find like most convenient technique to draw bicycle rider in 3D, because problem here, it's so many variables. Seat can be different height, driver can have like different length of his legs. You know, it can be children, it can be adults, so many variables, right? But with this one, it's usable for any kind of body type. It's just like very general principles. So, and then, so this I show you, it's a square here, and this one, if we take this one, you see it's like, it's kind of like a diamond shape again, like it was diamond shape for bicycle frame. Now it's diamond shape for this case when we have pedals in a vertical position. So you see, like on a, like I show, like a vertical position, it means one leg is a parallel to this line of a handlebar and the bottom of a pelvis. So again, we can, with this simplification, we can draw diamonds. So here have this. Pencil. So 1 feet, it's here, and other one, it's here. So, and there is almost endless amount of possible way how to draw this stuff, you know. It's like you can find so many approach, and so I was just choosing this one because I think them like most convenient and practical. So you see, right? So now you can draw it in any other angle. So it just gives you this very useful frame. So hands. So this kind of idea of techniques, what is technique? It means like it's a very simple steps, very simple iterations. So for each particular iteration, you don't need like any super extreme calculations or like being like super talented or what like that. You notice again, like I don't use frame to find like super precisely exact points. No, this frame just give me better idea of space, right? So I will not confuse with drawing all these angles and drawing like position, because without these frames it's really your brain kind of lost it. Your brain like kind of not sure, like, oh, where is the angle, and like it's not intuitive. It's counterintuitive when you work with a rotation in space. You really sometimes like cannot tell what happened, and you try to convince your brain you do it right, and eventually you make it wrong. So to avoid mistakes, we need this kind of frame just to build this illusion of space on the picture, so your brain will have like better idea of what happened here, right? So now we can tell exactly, like we can tell, yeah, this leg is this thigh kind of, right, is definitely parallel to ground here, and this thigh is this leg kind of almost strengthened, right? Almost straight here. And we can also, like I showed before, we can lean him forward. So if I lean torso forward, and now I have like more space for, like I need to bend arms maybe like this. So it's a very flexible system. You have control over angles, you have control over poses, so you can maintain same angle, draw different pose in the same angle, or you can draw same pose in a different angle. This is kind of what we want, right? What do we want? This. We want this. Так. And here we can make madness.
Madness. This is James Bond art.
So draw it like what I show you. Very simple exercise, right? You can draw this, draw it at least 10 times. Better draw 100 times in a different angles, so it will be not boring for you. Consider it's like advanced box drawing exercise. So it's more challenging than just drawing boxes, but it's kind of same. It's help you drawing in perspective. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Gio. So same, try to draw driver with this kind of within this kind of shapes in a different angle, because like you see, again, this kind of drawing, it should be doable for most level. I think even beginner, very beginner, he can do it, right? It will be like, maybe it will be like little hard and slow, but this is kind of exercise which will give you this ability. This is how you can train, how you can learn to draw figure in perspective, you know. So and it's like super useful. It's like one of most common thing you might need to draw, right? It's like, and it's connected to any other poses. It's like again, it's like a scooter, motorcycle, somebody sit in a chair, horse rider, so many cases you might need this skill. So to start with this, like we have two pose, and this one I will show you. It's just something in between, so you don't need exactly like have this bottom square or bottom triangle. You can, after you have this top triangle, you can figure out bottom part if you can draw this, right? So we have, you see, this kind of like we need to connect all these elements now and draw them together in one construction, bicycle with a human riding this bicycle. So, and like I showed before in tutorials of motorcycles, when you have some practice of it and when you have clear idea how it works, when you have clear idea how to draw in general, how to draw motorcycle or bicycle in perspective, how to draw its elements like handlebar, pedals and frame in perspective, then you can draw it from any direction. And for myself, like most useful, most common case approach in a sequence when you make illustration or comic book frame, it's you can just start with some kind of Vogue shape. So it's like I say, like, okay, here is some kind of area, here will be my bicycle rider, and then I say, okay, within this, I say this kind of will be front wheel here, rear wheel here, here will be a rider, right? So you have like super flexible approach this way, because you can shape whatever proportion you want. You can like make wheel closer or farther from each other. You can make bigger rider or smaller rider. Totally flexible, flexible approach. So here say like, okay, somewhere here rider, and then I start to put it, kind of connect in one cohesive structure. So I say like, oh, so here will be this kind of diamond for bicycle frame, and then I start to think what is perspective here. Again, because it's like it can be some complex scene, like environment, let's say something like this, where maybe I can find I have some space. Like say like here, right? I already have some background, and I can put, I say like, okay, here will be bicycle. I want to put some dude with bicycle here, and I drop some proportions. I say this kind of rider, and then I start to put these elements in perspective, right? So you see, it's kind of like flexible and proper approach with this way. So, and then when I have this stuff in perspective, I can more, here I show you this. You see what I mean? So there is like learning process when you learn how to draw individual parts, and how in general to be able to draw bicycle in 3D. And there is a practical approach implementation, kind of when your actual case, when you need to draw, and this is kind of sequence what is most useful. So it's like shape and perspective grid at first. So we have this like Z, and then this one, let's be X grid, and then this one will be Y grid. So then if I want to be more precise, kind of more careful with perspective, I can put wheels in squares, and I can find this ellipses in the squares, the front and rear wheel, and then I will find this like a flat frame, like projection, flat projection of a frame, and then like here my driver, right? And I start to put like shoulder line, hand line, where is seat, say kind of here, and then this axle for pedals, like I showed before, right? Usually this chain ring on the right side of a bicycle. You need to remember to like memorize this. So we have this chain on the right side. You can have this derailleur, like multi-speed bicycle. So here this axle following this perspective, right? This Z axis. And then I choose, okay, what kind of position for pedals? So let's see. I like kind of this extreme position actually, when he has this one leg up like this. So it's like, then it means pedals will follow this y-axis, right? So one here will be up, and other one will be low here. So now I place my feet. So you see, like this I have very kind of convenient control over how to manage my figure proportions and bicycle proportions, because they all can have very different size, and I don't want to make process too stiff, right? I want it to be more like fluent. So then I make this torso like a box, find neck, here's head. Yeah, also like when I have this line, I can choose what kind of handlebars. So maybe let's say it's this kind of handlebar. So then also, like you see, first is just area, shape of a fist, kind of, right? And then I can say, okay, if handlebar go like this, then it will be one kind of grip. It's like, you know, like this, some kind of. And if like I start with this shape, but I choose other grip, other kind of how to say, handlebar. Let's say I want this kind of handlebar, right? So then it will be different grip. It will be this kind of grip. So for any kind of handlebar, any kind of grip, you just at first draw this kind of general shape, so then you can make it more exact. So same, let's go here, we have handlebar, frame. Then here I put axle on the front and rear wheel. I make it a fork. Right, then I can draw wheel thickness. One can draw this rear luggage kind of. I here. Almost lost my hand here. Well, some kind of like AI error. My hand became a leg. Here I can do like so then put this kind of box of a pedal. Then so think kind of with details, like when you know structure, you can choose like how far with details you want to go. And when you don't have clear idea of structure, you just start to, like lost in details. You don't have like clear, like overall picture in your mind, so you just kind of follow some vague uncertain image of bicycle and stuff. And here forget this chain ring. So it's kind of chain going here, because if it's comic book frame, then you actually don't need much details. You need to, or animation kind of, right? So you yeah, you see again, I token make mistakes. Here's a wheel. Or if you make some illustration or big painting, like more detailed, and you have like more time to elaborate on fine elements of it, so then it will be different case. But no matter how many details you want to be in your work, they will have same structure. And you might be like very good in a long drawing work because you have a lot of time, you can slowly draw from reference, but you will be horrible when you need to draw fast, like from real life, like some scene from observation, right? Or when you need to be more flexible, drawing some dynamic illustration or frame. And here will be disc. Here stuff. And also, without structure, you cannot rotate in perspective. You will need to, using these shortcuts with 3D programs, or again find some reference. And it's all fine, you can use reference, but it's always visible. It's really different kind of work which you done from your head directly, and work which is done by reference. Just different kind of work, and it's up to you what kind of work you want to make. For me, I find like less it require external support, more is more I can express myself. I can more focus on my own vision instead of focus on recreating reference. So here I show you with perspective grid, and same you can do with the box. So like I say, box works as a perspective grid itself, because it gives us set of lines. So now I have box, in a box It's a y-axis, x-axis, and z-axis, right? So now this box gives us this place and overall size of bicycle with rider. Then I can look, okay. Depend of your like preference. You can start to sketch him like with details, right? Or you can just put these general shapes and see something like that. And then when you have these shapes, again, same, you make it more defined. So here we have squares for wheels. And then you can find like where is frame. So I say like, okay, maybe here will be this axle, then we're making this frame triangle, right? So this is frame triangle here. Then I make this frame diamond shape, right? So now I have seat. I choose like how high this seat go. Then I have handlebar, and I can make this triangle handlebar, seat, and a shoulder line, right? So now we have torso. I can put arms, and again here I can start to put these pedals in the 3D, right? So I can again make same, like you see, a vertical following the y-axis. So one pedal here going up and this one going down. So here my leg, better angle, some kind of this, and then here kind of this. So easy and quick. You can find these frames for the rider and bicycle, and then you can just put more volume. Here we can check with the hand length. I can say, okay, maybe make elbow like this. All right. Then I put these tubes. I can, again, depending on the preference and the kind of drawing, I can put this pelvis, rib cage, or whatever. And here we have neck. Tube for leg. So have this volumetric. So same here. Rear fork front fork. So let's see. So you can draw in any style you want. And then, like, after some time of drawing couple of this simple version, you can took some reference and draw more precise if you want, like, more exact bicycle models, to go more precise on elements here, like how to draw this chain with derailleurs. This one I draw without any reference. It's just, like I say, this all knowledge I use is just what kind of construction for handlebars, frame and pedals, just all. And like I say, is if you able and if you practice some time with this stuff, you will be very fluent with drawing from reference or from real life. So all you will need to do is just put in particular details. So, like, put these details that, like, define particular kind of bicycle, or focus on how to draw exact character, like who is riding bicycle. So this kind of benefit in the idea of learning drawing stuff is just give you this better, give you more resources to draw like specific stuff instead of stuck on a something very general. So instead of like stuck on this like construction of bicycle and how to draw legs, you will have more kind of resources to focus on the folds, focus on a particular kind of clothes what is the rider wearing. So let's maybe show you some stuff. So there also I have PREF. I'll drop it for my Patreons and channel members. You can watch like some examples, and particularly here is bicycle drawings from Katsuhiro Otomo. Katsuhiro, check it out. So you can make studies now from Katsuhiro Otomo using these principles. So you see again like how one leg is almost straight, other leg like this, but his seat is very high, so we have like a tilted triangle. Same here, this kind of horizontal thigh, almost straight leg. Так, let's see. Yeah, so notice here, right, again. And also you can notice like what I was talking about, not perfect. it's like his arm here is definitely too long, so it's kind of example. Don't be perfectionist, even Atomo can draw like this. So here look, this one again, you notice feet angle, right? So it's not parallel to ground, they're all angular here. Then a rear leg, and then here like this triangle. So you notice how this leg parallel kind of to triangle here. So it just help you to navigate in space. Same, let's see, this one, you can see a little this bicycle. Так. Okay, so for today this should be enough. So give you like this exercise, these elements you need to practice, then this approach, like technique and sequence. And tomorrow we'll do crazy bicycles in a fish-eye perspective, like super crazy dynamic bicycle madness, something like in Atomo illustration. So, and before tomorrow you can practice this or just find some time to practice this stuff. If you're a member of this channel or if my Patreon, go to Discord. There will be a link to PureRef file with all these elements. Like I have some reference from artists, I have some photographs, and I have a lot of details like different kind of seats, different kind of bicycle types, handlebars, like exploded bicycle views. So it's like when you want to practice some bicycles or when you need to draw some bicycle, you can open this PureRef and all material you need will be there. So see you next time. Так. Oh yeah, and there's some new meme here on the end.
Madness. This is
Dream